Okay, so a quick announcement. I know it's been a while. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy 2021. This podcast, which started 2 years ago, used to be called the Yoga Life Podcast because it was mainly about yoga. But in the last 2 years, I've noticed that my interests have expanded. And while I really still love yoga and it's a huge part of my life, a lot of the guests I've had on don't even practice yoga. And I like to speak to people and share stories from all different kinds of backgrounds. And what I realized was the main thing each podcast has in common, each episode, is me. I'm there. So it's not very unique or original, but the name is now Kevin Boyle Podcast. Not even the Kevin Boyle, just Kevin Boyle Podcast. My name and what this is. Everything else is the same. It's going to be same RSS feed, same place to find it as well. I'm just changed some of the artwork. And I realize as well that I may change the artwork again. I'm just letting the podcast and the conversations evolve organically. The other thing to note is that sometimes when people come on this podcast, I think they've been a bit reluctant because they don't have an interest in yoga. And while I think, yoga is a great tool for life, but it isn't all that life is about. So going forward, this is the Kevin Boyle Podcast. And I hope to have as many conversations in person as possible. Obviously, at the moment, being January 2021, I'm not able to do that. But as soon as I can, I will. My advice is if you're listening to this on audio, then most of the content now it's all going to be on the YouTube channel. Here, you can subscribe. And it's not just going to be conversations. I'm going to be doing some solo episodes where I'm trying my hand at video production. So more like storytelling. It's a bit of a passion project for me. So we'll see how it goes. I have some ideas that I'm working on currently. So that's one thing, solo episodes. The other is tutorials, specifically within teacher training. Also, not necessarily self-help, more personal development and professional development. That's what I'm really interested in. And I'm obviously being a yoga teacher, I'm going to be sharing some tutorials about physical movement as well and things related to yoga. So that is the official update. As soon as I can get people back in, I'm going to do that. And I have an actual episode to share with you, which I will do shortly, which was recorded in December. And that was when we were allowed people to come to the house or to come to a household. So that'll be with you in the next few days. As always, it'd be great if you subscribe, and that's how you get all your updates. Maybe even share this podcast with a friend. I'm looking forward to being creative, maybe making some mistakes, maybe making a fool of myself. But I really think video content is the future. And they say if a picture paints 1,000 words, a video paints 1,000,000. So, and I love video. The lighting, the setup. I'm delving into understanding how to animate titles and use overlays and B-roll, which is while I'm talking, other footage is playing, almost like I'm narrating the footage. So yeah, bit of a passion project. I hope you can share my journey with me. So thanks so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, maybe comment if you wish. And until next time, have a good one.